the reality is our world needs healing. We haven't realized that as of yet. To me, mental freedom and healing can be a huge factor in a person returning to old habits or a person having lasting success. The reason I know that, I've been to prison 6 times, not because I was a bad person, but because I lacked guidance, never really given opportunity. My father wasn't in my life. And when I was growing up, not revealing my age, but in the 90s, it wasn't cool to be, so my mom's white, my dad's black. It wasn't cool to be biracial when I was growing up. So it was, you either had to be one or the other. And so I always had identity issues growing up, trying to figure out who I was, which was hard when you're really not given guidance or insight. My mother, she raised me the best she knew how. She was an amazing mom, but she was more the disciplinarian. I didn't get the nurturing. I got the disciplinarian structure, provision, protector, but I didn't get the nurturing. So a lot of my, I guess you say, upbringing was, it was tumultuous, I would say. But through that, I just got with the wrong crowd. I loved the money and the lifestyle that came with selling drugs, and ultimately that led for me going to prison back and forth. I would come home with good intentions. Hey, I want to go to school, I want to get my life together. But when I come home, I would run into numerous roadblocks, not knowing how to do it, not really understanding the system that we were under. And so I would revert back to what I knew. Once again, not because I was a bad person, I just didn't have any other options. And you're kind of stuck within the box of your knowledge base. And a big thing for me is not being given opportunity to, and I didn't know how to deal with my emotions. I didn't know how to deal with letdown. And so I would approach life with anger, and I would point the finger at the world instead of taking responsibility for my choices. Fast forward, once again, I was able to get therapy sessions. So I also worked with Rebuild, but I also was able to get therapy myself. Not only for me, but for my son. I have a 16-year-old and a 6-year-old. I love my babies to death. But my then 15-year-old, I was able to get him into a residential program. He has ADHD, I do as well. But just to be able to get the support that he needed, I didn't know what to do. And so the Rebuild program was able to help facilitate the finances to assist my son going through the residential program, which is a great benefit. And now I can honestly say that his name is Christian, and then my younger son is Levi, but now he's able to thrive. He'll be on the AB honor roll this quarter for the first time in high school. He's a junior, man. I remember one time I was studying, because I was going to school at one time at Walden University, and I was very frustrated for an assignment I was due. And I remember him looking at me, and to me that was God just speaking to me through my son. But he was like, "Daddy, you know what? You're not bad no more. You don't continue to make the same decisions, but Daddy, now you're good." And that was something that I needed to hear in the midst of my frustration. So a lot of times we don't realize the blessings that our kids can bring us. So to be able to get my son the help that he needed is as a parent, to see my son thrive and to be able to communicate with me and us have a real relationship, something that I didn't get to experience, and being able to break generational curses into my family lineage is, I can't speak more about that. Also now, I work with Rebuild, as I said, but I'm also a program manager. I oversee 6 transitional houses in Durham, North Carolina. And we support those who are recently released, not only with housing, but with support during their transition to true independence. It's one thing to be independent and to kind of function in life and be in survival mode, but it's another thing to be truly independent and actually functioning and being successful. Part of the process is to get a psych assessment, and those who are from the BIPOC community go through the Rebuild program, and we connect other residents to therapists that can support their need. I really believe true healing starts internally. We have men and women whose past sentences range from 6 months to the longest sentence that we worked with. I think he did 42 years. And we were able to connect to get him treatment, to love and care, to support where so many have never received, and so many experience true freedom, mental freedom. Because I can say this, even though your release, it still feels like you got shackles on your feet. And slowly but surely, as you progress through life, as you educate yourself, as you get the resources, it's like you're beating the shackles off your feet until you experience true freedom. I didn't get a home in my name until 10 years after being released. So during that process, I had to rent rooms or stay with people. It's just how this world's unforgiving, but we get the chance to provide that support, love, and healing that's needed. And then for me, I still realize that this is a journey, but now I'm a better father, a better friend, a community advocate, and I can give back to those who've been through similar circumstances that I've been through. So that's pretty good.